Y vamos a la ciudadela, entonces habíamos dicho. ¿Estamos? A ver qué dice nuestra querida Ashley.
It's completely tasteless to call this place Huerta Memorial.
President Huerta died of a stroke 2 years ago, ma'am.
I think you meant to say the man was dead for an hour and a half and his political enemies piled on enough propaganda to get the hospital name changed.
He can't remember his own name without the VI in his head telling him what it is. Trust me, in this building, we know dead.
The Supreme Court says he's alive.
5 justices say he's alive, 2 of them appointed by him. The name is what it is.
It's completely tasteless to call this place Huerta Memorial.
President Huerta died of a stroke 2 years ago, ma'am.
I think you meant to say the man was dead for an hour and a half and his political enemies piled on enough propaganda to get the hospital name changed.
He can't remember his own name without the VI in his head telling him what it is. Trust me, in this building, we know dead.
The Supreme Court says he's alive.
5 justices say he's alive, 2 of them appointed by him. The name is what it is.
It's completely tasteless to call this place Huerta.
Having a VI drive your body isn't life. Are Reaper husks alive?
You did not just say that.
But it's the same thing, isn't it? He walks and makes noises just like they do.
Fine. I guess I'm just surrounded by zombies.
Thanks. Took her long enough to get the hint.
Bien, vamos a ver a Ashley. Hice lo que pude, no sé, apenas entendí lo que estaba pasando. Que sí.
Yes, I'm trying to place a call to Grissom Academy. They have biotic amp interfaces I may be able to adapt for Asari use. No, it won't connect. It says the station's communication system is offline. Of course, if these interfaces make our commandos better on the field, I'll hold for as long as you need.
No sé, no dice nada más.
I'd like an answer, Lieutenant Commander. The galaxy has need of exceptional soldiers like you, now more than ever.
I still need time. You'll have my answer soon, I promise.
I look forward to it. Shepard?
Udina? I got your email. Made your decision yet?
On becoming a Spectre? Not yet. It's an honor and all. But I don't know. I need
Uy,
to
está
think about it some
desfigurada.
It's a big decision. Smart to give it some thought. How are you doing?
more. Good, considering. The nurse said you checked in on me earlier. Still out cold, I guess.
We didn't have time to talk. I thought maybe if you were up for it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure you wanted to. You were pretty clear on Mars about where things stood.
What do you mean?
You're not a part of Cerberus anymore. Case closed. Full stop.
It's the truth.
Okay. You cut all ties. I accept that. It's just that if you're giving the orders, I need to be able to count on you.
Lo mismo digo.
That works both ways. It's a damn mess out there. All we've got is the people around us. We have to trust each other or this doesn't work. Deal?
Deal.
When you're back on your feet, we'll talk some more.
Shepard, wait. There's one more thing.
¿Qué?
I wasn't sure if I should mention it.
What is it?
I have family back on Earth. I haven't heard from them. It's making me crazy. But I know you're busy, Shepard. We can talk later.
Cuéntame más.
I've got time to talk.
¿Trabajar juntas?
We can't afford to be at each other's throats. If we plan on getting through this, we need to trust each other.
I was trying to keep the family stuff to myself, to be professional. I don't know how you managed to keep it all together.
There's a war on. People are counting on us.
I get it. But it's still hard to put it all aside.
¿Ascenso?
So what's all this lieutenant commander business?
Seems like the old Williams curse is losing its grip. Was sure I'd top out at gunnery, Chief.
You've worked hard. You deserve it.
I thought so too. until Eden Prime. Losing 212 was, well, you know.
It was the Reapers, Ash. You did the best you could, and survived to help us.
Just losing everyone under my command, it's tough to face. I'll never forget any of them.
Right now, we need you back on your feet.
I'll be back. And first order of business is to shove their metal tentacles right up there. I'll fight with honor and courage, ma'am.
Roger that, Elsie.
¿Por qué no
I
contactaste?
didn't hear from you while I was a guest of the Alliance.
I couldn't face you, even when Anderson requested my presence. It was difficult.
It's okay. We're both professionals. We have more important things to worry about.
You're right. I'm just restless laying here doing nothing.
¿Tu familia?
Who's back on Earth?
Mom plus my 3 sisters. The youngest, Sarah, was away on her honeymoon. Married a military man, Thomas. He got called back in and she was stuck alone. She called me. It's been pretty tough.
Complicado.
I imagine.
I was always there to protect them growing up. Even when I was off on tour, they knew they could talk to me. I told her to come to the Citadel. We could wait for news together.
¿Y la Tierra?
Have you heard anything about Earth?
We have reports coming all the time on what's going on. Half are wild speculation, and half are probably too optimistic to be true.
We have to believe that we can do something.
When I thought you were dead, I lost hope. I'm telling you. But when you came back, I was ready to believe anything.
Quiere confiar, ¿no?
Maybe this problem can't be solved by some grunt shooting the boogeyman in the face. But if you think it might help, I'm game.
That sounds more like the Ash I know.
Descansa un poco.
I should get back to it. Take care of yourself.
Will do, Commander.
Espectacular.
Hey, Commander.
Just
Hey.
checking in.
Anytime.
Nada más.
I should get back to it. Take
La
care of
vuelvo loca, ¿no?
yourself.
Will do, Commander.
Ok. Bien, hoy han dado 2 de reputación. Perfecto. Sí, encima está contenta porque encima la vinimos a ver cuando estaba dormida. O sea que no tiene ninguna importancia para ella. La vinimos a ver igual. Si viste que nos dijo. Bien. Salimos y había otra cosa más que teníamos que hacer acá, creo. A ver.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please select a destination.
Bar.
One moment, please.
Acá teníamos que encontrarnos con Arya. A ver dónde está.
Now arriving at ward level purgatory.
¿Qué están haciendo estos? A ver dónde está. Debe estar en el área VIP, ¿no?
I know people are complaining. We're doing what we can with what we've got here, but let me finish. Our power grid can only handle so much power before it shuts down, and we can't use the backups. No, the new regs apply to the whole Citadel. Management knows this is important for morale, but we can't go over budget. Look, I'm not touching the backups.
Bueno, no sé qué dice. A ver, entramos. A ver si dicen algo por aquí. Uy, qué quilombo hay acá. Hi. ¿Dónde estará la otra, no? Nos había dicho que iba a estar por acá, ¿no? ¿Acá? No. Ah, acá está James. Pero quiero encontrar a la otra, esta área. ¿Dónde estará? Ah, acá, esta es, sí.
So you admit you and your thugs are here illegally?
Yes, and it only took C-Sec 3 weeks to figure it out.
I don't care who you are. You're required to go through processing like all other refugees. Come with me.
I don't think so. Shirk, get me the Asari counselor.
Greetings, Arya. Is there something you need?
I'm being
Tiene
asked
comprada, ¿no?
to submit to immigration processing.
Of course you are. Done. What else can I do for you?
Nothing. Thank you.
My pleasure.
I think we're done here. Enjoy the show, Shepard?
Un
I
poco.
guess there's one rule on the Citadel, huh?
I guess so. I hate this place. So sickeningly uptight.
Then
¿Y qué
why
estaba
are
haciendo
you
acá?
here?
Más seguro que donde estaba, ¿no?
Cerberus stole Omega from me. The elusive man is now squarely at the top of my shit list.
¿Qué ocurrió?
You will pay for every second I've spent in this bureaucratic hellhole.
How did Cerberus defeat you?
Deceit, distraction, and a big fucking army. They lured me away from Omega and ambushed me. I escaped, but Cerberus had already laid siege. By the time I
Maldito
could launch an
Cerberus.
assault, they were too entrenched.
¿La venganza de sirve fría?
If it were me, I'd want revenge.
Glad to see we think alike. I'll take Omega back, but I'll get to that. You're here because I have a proposition.
¿Qué propuesta es esa? A ver.
I'm listening.
The way I see it, if you don't defeat the Reapers, we're all dead. Won't matter where I'm sitting. It's in my interest to help you.
What are you offering, Arya?
On Omega, I kept the Blood Pack, Blue Suns, and Eclipse in check. Now they're running amok. Nobody wants that. Unite them under my rule, and you'll have a powerful and ruthless force for your war. I've laid the groundwork with all three groups. I just need you to close the deals.
Y esas bandas son basura.
Give a criminal a gun, he'll shoot you in the back.
They already have guns, Shepard. I'll make sure they point them at the Reapers. I'm trying to help you. Why don't you think it over? Meet with Gnarl, my agent who's dealing with the Blood Pack. The Blue Suns leader is incognito here on the Citadel. He'll be expecting you. And I already have a deal with Jonas Sidaris, the Eclipse leader. You just have to get your friend, Commander Bailey, to let her out of jail.
You obviously don't know Bailey very well.
Bailey respects you. Lean on him. I think a united force of professional mercs is worth it.
Puede ser.
It's always a pleasure, Shepard. Let me know if you want to talk later.
Está de buen humor porque me quiere comprar de la mejor manera que pueda, ¿no?
Look who's here. So what's on your mind, Shepard?
Arya.
What's new with you?
That's supposed to be funny? Let's see. I've lost Omega. I got seasick eyes all over me, and I'm holed up in this poor excuse for a nightclub. Can't even get Novarian rum here. In other words, I'm in hell.
Manada
What's
sangrienta.
your angle on gaining control of the Blood Pack?
Gnarl will explain it. If we're gonna work together, Shepard, you need to trust me. At least a little.
Omega.
How do you plan on taking Omega back?
I think I'm going to employ violence. I'm gonna slap Omega right out of the elusive man's greedy little hands.
Ok.
We'll talk later.
I'm sure.
Bien. Vamos a hablar con James.
Hey, Commander. Nice to see you down here in the dirt with us grunts.
Do you think I don't like getting dirty?
Oh, now, come on. I didn't mean anything by it, Mama.
Uh-huh. What did you mean then?
See those Marines over there? None of them officers, just soldiers fighting the war.
Yeah?
They've been buying me drinks all night. You know why? Same reason they got all quiet and serious when you walked in.
¿Por qué qué? Por lo mismo por lo que se han callado y se han puesto serios cuando has entrado. Así como me ves tú.
You don't seem intimidated by me in the least. In fact, you could use a little more deference.
Sure, but I've fought with you. I've seen you in action. Now, don't get me wrong, you're good. Probably one of the best.
Probably.
And you fill out a uniform like nobody. Just saying. But I know you're human. Just like me.
But not then.
Nope. Hell, I still remember the day they made you the first human Spectre. I watched it on the vids, just like all of them. But to them, you're still larger than life.
Y sí. No me gusta.
I've seen a hell of a lot, but I'm still just a soldier. I'm still one of them.
Sure, but they don't know you. They just know what they've been told. Listen, you want them to see you're one of us, right?
Maybe.
Then buy them around.
Buena
I
idea.
like the way you think, Lieutenant.
Compadres, hey! The commander would like you to have a drink. On her. So here's to us.
Who's like us?
Damn few. And they're all dead.
It's an honor meeting you, Commander.
Thanks, but we're all in this together. Every one of us has a part to play.
True enough. Cheers.
Cheers.
Not bad, Lola. I was hoping you'd know that one.
Thanks for the warning.
Thanks for the drink.
Ok. ¿Qué más teníamos para hacer por acá? Ya no me acuerdo. Ya no me acuerdo qué podíamos hacer. Además de irme de acá. Por lo visto ahora podemos hablar con el coso este Bailey, pero... A ver acá. ¿Y en este? Vuelve a la Normandía, laboratorio del Dr. Brisson. Vamos ahí, que era la otra misión que teníamos para hacer. No me acuerdo qué era que teníamos que hacer, pero... Selecciona la pantalla del pelotón para gastar puntos. Bien. A ver qué tenemos para hacer acá. Acá es donde nos mandó el coso, ¿no?
Contact the field teams for a progress report.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Commander Shepard. We've been expecting you. Just a moment. And Hadley? Could you gather the Leviathan data for us? Apologies, Commander. The rest of my team is out investigating leads right now. I'm Dr. Garrett Bryson, and this is Task Force Aurora.
What's your assignment?
Our mandate is to investigate legends, rumors, old stories about the Reapers before anyone knew they existed.
¿Esto es necesario?
Interesting goal, but is anyone doubting the Reapers exist these days?
The Alliance is still desperate for intelligence. Reaper motives, their operational tactics. Anything that can give us an edge.
And how did you wind up in charge?
When the rest of the galaxy says something doesn't exist, I take that as a chance to prove that it does.
So you're in it for the challenge.
For the truth. Even as late as 2148, humanity still thought aliens were a myth. That was within my lifetime. Once that myth was proven to be reality, our entire history changed.
Reapers were part of that reality too.
But even they have a history, Commander. If we could just uncover it, there may be a weakness we can exploit.
Parece útil, por lo que me está diciendo.
3 years ago.
Yes. If people had paid more attention to your Prothean beacon, we might not be in this war. But now with new information we've uncovered, a breakthrough is near.
¿Y este?
Hadley, do you have the data?
Cuidado. Cuidado.
No!
This is Commander Shepard. I need C-Sec at my location, now!
You shouldn't be here. The darkness can't be breached.
¿Qué carajos?
Transit records show his name is Derek Hadley. He's worked here for a couple months.
Shepard, I monitored a C-Sec alert from this location. Were you harmed?
I'm fine, but I could use your help sorting this out, Edie. Take a look through their files. I need to know what this task force was up to.
At once.
What? What's happening?
Buena pregunta.
Tell me.
I was gathering our data when you arrived, and then it was dark. Cold. Like I was someplace else.
And then?
I don't know! A gun was in my hand. Dr. Bryson, there was...
You shot Bryson. You killed him.
No, I couldn't have! I'm not a murderer! I didn't do it, it wasn't me! You have to believe that.
Entonces, ¿qué ha pasado aquí?
Someone else pulled that trigger.
But I would never do that!
Commander, this does resemble reports of indoctrination.
Sí, pero ¿cómo hicieron para...?
Me?
What about that Leviathan Bryson mentioned? How does that tie in?
It's some kind of creature. Our field teams have been tracking it. That artifact came in from our researcher, Garneau. He sent an audio log if you wanna...
What's wrong?
Mató.
Turn back.
What are you talking about?
The darkness cannot be breached.
Damn it, get him over to the clinic. See if they can tell us what's wrong with him.
Yes, ma'am.
Commander, you'll want to see this. It's an outgoing message from Dr. Bryson to Admiral Hackett.
A ver.
Dr. Bryson, you have an update? Admiral, the Leviathan of Dis that we've been investigating, I think we're really onto something. Give me the brief. About 20 years ago, the Batarians discovered a Reaper corpse that had died in battle. They covered it up and denied it ever existed. But I'm intrigued by the larger implication. What could have killed the Reaper in the first place? Exactly. That's the real Leviathan.
¿Leviatán?
It's worth pursuing. Continue your investigation and update me on the progress.
There is also a follow-up message from a few weeks later.
O sea, tenemos todo.
Admiral, the Reapers are shadowing my field teams as if they're hunting Leviathan themselves. Whatever it is, I believe Leviathan is nothing less than a Reaper killer. Almost an apex predator. And it has them nervous. If we could just find it, imagine the impact on the war. I'm formally requesting assistance in tracking it down. You'll have it. This is now your top priority, Doctor. Find that thing.
It appears we were meant to be that assistance.
Podría sernos de ayuda.
I see Bryson's point. Anything capable of bringing a Reaper down is worth finding.
Despite the potential dangers it could pose, I would agree.
But we won't know unless we can find it.
Carajo, no tengo idea.
Say they recently received a log from their field researcher. It may yield more information.
Encuentra el audio de registro.
This must be the artifact the assistant mentioned. And here's the log.
Dr. Bryson, it's Garneau. I'm sending you an artifact I found. About the only thing I found there, in fact. Maybe it's nothing, but I'd swear Leviathan came through here. I'm gonna crunch some numbers. Burn up the rest of this project travel allowance. Maybe I can project our Reaper killer's movements. I'll check in when I get to the next site.
Garneau appears to be our best lead to track Leviathan, but he does not state a destination.
Vamos a encontrarlo
Focus
juntas.
on what he does say, then.
He mentioned extrapolating Leviathan's path.
And crunching numbers. He wasn't flying blind. He had data.
A significant amount of data, judging by this office.
So how do we narrow it down?
Bryson and his colleagues evidently used a galaxy map search program in their hunt for Leviathan. It may help us locate Garneau.
Does this tell us where Garneau went?
No. But we may be able to narrow down his location if we find clues he was using in his search for Leviathan.
Registro aleatorio busca de pistas. ¿Es una cabeza de un Krogan?
Is this Prothean?
Yes. I believe Dr. Bryson and Liara would have had much to discuss.
Can you add a search filter for locations known to have Prothean ruins or artifacts?
Adding the search filter, you may examine the results on the Galaxy Map program.
Bien. ¿Qué más hay para acá?
These are all murders in which the accused lacked a known motive and claimed memory loss.
Just like Bryson's assistant. You think Garneau was following a trail of blackout crimes?
It is possible. We need to find data matching dates and locations for crimes of this nature.
Here's the time and date chart for the crimes. Can you filter for murders where the killer claimed memory loss?
Adding this search filter to the galaxy map.
Bien. ¿Algo más por aquí? PDA. La Toriana, 17 de agosto de 2185. La Toriana, una forma de vida descubierta en Feros. Da una idea fascinante del ciclo de vida de especies realmente alienígena, a diferencia de... Sí, pero esto ya lo habíamos... Sí.
Bryson was tracking unexplained creature sightings.
Bryson was not merely tracking sightings. He was attempting to extrapolate a course.
And Garneau could have been following that course. Edie, can you add a search filter for systems along that projected path?
Adding the search filter now.
Bien, vamos achicando, me parece, las posibilidades, ¿no? ¿Rocas?
Meteorite fragment, maybe?
He was studying it as an object of importance. We should look more closely at a sample.
Bien. ¿Eso?
Meteorite sample with traces of element 0. Would Leviathan need EZO?
While it is not consumed as fuel during FTL travel, element 0 will decay after several centuries of active use. If Leviathan is old enough, it would need to replenish its supplies.
Okay. Can you give me a search filter for locations with element 0?
Adding it now.
Bien, vamos achicando, vamos achicando. Bien, video diario.
7th, 2186. I'm looking at the Rachni. Their movements during the Rachni Wars suggest alien influence. But the timing is wrong. And Rachni weren't implanted with Reaper tech. What if Leviathan was preparing the Rachni to fight the Reapers?
What do you think, Edie?
It is possible that Bryson's team is using ancient Rachni fleet activity to find Leviathan. If we can find data on the movement of ancient Rachni ships, it may help us narrow our search. Those appear to be sightings of ships that match Rachni signatures.
Can you add a cross-reference for locations of sightings?
Doing so now.
Bien, subimos de nivel. Vamos achicando bastante las posibilidades.
Bryson, age 9.
This does not seem relevant at the moment.
By Anne Bryson, age 9.
This does not seem relevant at the moment.
Obviamente que no es importante, ¿no?
Sovereign, vanguard of our destruction. How's that working out for you, big guy?
Por acá por lo visto me vuelvo, ¿no? Sí. Quiero ver si... ¿Aquí hay algo? Mejoras. Puedo así, eso quería mirar, a ver si no me dejaba nada. Sí, acá hay otra cosa más. Otra mejora. Bien, vamos para allá de vuelta. Vamos a subir la escalerita. Tienen cosas por... Ah, acá dormía por lo visto. Sí, acá no debe servir nada.
By Anne Bryson, age 9.
This does not seem relevant at the moment.
Dr. Bryson, per your request, I'm clearing Task Force Aurora for intercepted Batarian communications regarding the Leviathan of Dis.
Commander, the Dreadnought is in custody, but the Solarians may have surveillance footage. Our ambassador will issue a full denial. Give me your preliminary analysis. Several million years old at least, and its technology outstrips anything on the Council. Excellent. Our scientists will work day and night to bring its secrets to the hegemony. One concern, Commander. The real Leviathan of Dis, the thing that destroyed the ship, is still out there. Unaccounted for. Irrelevant. The ship is our priority. And as far as the rest of the galaxy is concerned, there is no Leviathan of Dis. There never was.
Carajo. ¿Ya tendremos el máximo filtrado? A ver. Vamos para allá, a ver qué dice. Actividades. Ah, y la tenemos que ir activando.
Alien sightings.
Based
Bien.
on the search results, Garneau is in one of these 5 systems. I have marked the Normandy map with possible locations. We can leave now, unless you wish to further narrow the search.
Activar.
Blackout crimes.
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
Ok. Vamos a activarla.
5 possible systems.
Era que teníamos esta. Esta está desactivada. Esta.
Arachni activity.
No, no.
Results. Some of our search parameters
Ok.
may be irrelevant.
No tiene nada que ver con los
5
Ragni.
possible systems.
Esta de acá, elemento 0. Esta sí probablemente sirva, ¿no? 3.
3 possibilities.
Y proteanas que también probablemente sirva.
Othean artifacts.
No results. Some of our search parameters may be irrelevant.
Ok.
3 possibilities.
Yo diría que por como quedaron acá separados, podría haber una más. ¿No? Ah, esto no, miré. Tiene una cabeza de estos bichos ahí, ¿no? Carajo. Bueno, ahí tenemos 3 posibilidades. Tenemos que ir a mirar estas 3. Y si no me equivoco, creo que no hay más nada acá para filtrar. Creo que no.
By Anne Bryson, age 9.
This does not seem relevant.
Acá hay más. Esto no lo vi.
Sir, this is Bryson. We know the Reapers are after Leviathan. Studying Reaper hunting patterns could be vital to finding it.
That data is classified top secret, Dr. Bryson. If it falls into the wrong hands.
It won't. The data's encrypted. I'll keep the decryption key safe. Close to my heart.
Close to his heart. The hell does that mean?
The Reaper fleet activity is encrypted, per Bryson's statement in the log.
He said he was keeping the decryption key close to his heart.
Algo con el tema de los cosos debe ser, de esto.
By Anne Bryson, age 9.
Records indicate Anne is now 28. She works for the Alliance.
Bryson was keeping the encryption key close to his heart. What's closer than family?
An interesting hypothesis, but I detect no trace of the decryption key in this art.
Acá había otro. A ver si algo sirve de este.
Another piece of Anne Bryson's childhood art.
Este sí, ¿no?
Wait a minute.
Unos números.
Well, take a look at that.
I can use these numbers to construct a decryption key.
All right, let's get back to the data pad we found earlier.
Ok. Vamos a acá.
Decryption complete.
¿A qué dice?
Analyzing data. These movements do not match the standard invasion pattern. The Reapers are searching for something.
And I'll bet Garneau used this intel. Can you make a search filter for it?
Of course.
Bien. Ya tenemos el lugar seguramente, ¿no? Sí, viste que faltaba este de acá. A ver este.
Reaper activity.
1.
We have a match, marking the galaxy map.
Good. Let's go find Garneau.
Espectacular. Volver a la Normandía. Perfecto, ya tenemos todo solucionado acá. Acá, ¿no? Sí. Bar, espacios públicos, sí. Volver a la Normandía. Rapidito el autito. Bien, ahí voy. ¿Acá dice algo? Omega es la hora. Aria es la hora. Shepard, estoy lista para hablar de ese proyecto que mencioné en el purgatorio. Ven al muelle 42, el batariano llamado Bray ya está esperando. Bien. Pues me acaba de decir, así que ya no voy a ir. Bien. Vamos al coso este de guerra. ¿Y esta mentira quiere decir algo o no? No. Bien.
Mark seems like a good guy. He'll get his people moving in the right direction.
He's a good guy with his homeworld on fire. All he committed to is this war summit. A war summit we have to host since the Solarians won't even let a Krogan on one of their ships.
Ok. A ver qué dice. ¿Qué me va a decir por videoconferencia? Flota. La flota terminó de surtido de naves. Ha surtido naves mercenarias y piratas. Mercancía, geografía. Actúa unida a las órdenes del jefe final Locke. Bien, bien. Y de alianza. Bien. ¿No era que tenía que venir acá yo?
Yes, Commander.
Nada más.
That's all.
Of course, Commander.
Acá creo que me había dicho que tenía que venir. Que quería hablar por cosa o no. Por videoconferencia o acá. Acá. Bien, bien. ¿A qué dice?
Have you retrieved the Primarch for your summit?
Yes, sir. But the Asari are staying on the sidelines.
They'll regret that. The time for unity is now.
The Solarians will be there, though.
You don't sound very optimistic.
We expect the Krogan will be joining us, too.
I see. Well, then you've got your hands full, Commander. Was there something else you needed to discuss?
¿El ataque a la Tierra?
We pieced together how the Reapers hit Earth.
It wasn't all that complicated, really. They surged through the relays and hit Arcturus Station before we knew what was happening. From there, it was a short jump to the Sol system. Earth didn't stand a chance.
Me alegra haber ido a Marte.
Sending us to the Mars archives was a good call.
Still doesn't make up for the fact that the Reapers nailed us to the wall. I sacrificed the entire Second Fleet to provide cover for the Third and the Fifth to retreat. Hell, I presided over the most devastating military defeat in human history.
Complicado. Estrategia de la guerra.
How do you see us winning this war, Admiral?
By making you the tip of the spear.
I'm flattered, but the Normandy's just one ship.
And a fast one. You can move quickly, hit a target, and leave before the enemy has time to react.
Solo es una batalla.
Advantage, but can it win a war?
It's the larger principle that matters. We'll never defeat the Reapers in a full frontal assault, Shepard. The battle against Sovereign 3 years ago took everything we had, and that was just one Reaper.
I haven't forgotten.
Sí.
So I'll find their soft spots, avoid them where they're strong, and hit them where they're not. And when I find gaps in the armor, I'll hammer them with every soldier, ship, and bullet we've got.
Bien. El dispositivo
Has your
proteano.
analysis of the Prothean device turned up anything?
The Yara appears to be right. It's a weapon of some sort. A big one. Beyond that, we really can't say, other than it's going to be a hell of a thing to try and build.
El riesgo que supone.
It's risky. Building something like this when we don't even know what it does.
To be honest, the thing scares the hell out of me, but the Reapers have forced our hand. 2 centuries ago, scientists faced the same problem in the Second World War. They weren't sure what the atomic bomb might do. Some thought it could even ignite Earth's atmosphere, but they did it anyway.
Bueno. Nos deja en muy buena posición, ¿no? Cerberus.
Any updates on Cerberus?
There's still the wild card here. Hitting the archives on Mars suggests they're after the same thing we are. A way to defeat the Reapers.
It didn't seem as if the elusive man was suggesting we appease them. Not like Saren did. You'd think we'd be on the same side now more than ever.
Cerberus has never played by the rules as we know them. I don't know what their agenda is, but it has nothing to do with humanity's best interests.
Controlar los segadores.
The elusive man talked about controlling the Reapers. He seemed to think that's how we win this.
He's wrong. Dead Reapers are how we win this.
Doesn't mean he won't try.
I saw your report on that Cerberus soldier you found on Mars. If the elusive man is good at one thing, it's finding new ways to subvert science. It's never worked for him before, and it won't now.
Nothing more, sir.
Bien.
Keep me posted. Hack it out.
Perfecto. Por acá creo que no hay nada más. Y tendríamos que seguir con la siguiente misión principal. A ver. Creo que voy a ir a hablar con Joker. Y no sé si no me voy a dejar por hoy, porque ya la siguiente es otra misión principal. Ahora voy a mirar qué tenemos disponible para hacer, pero yo creo que sí. A ver.
Commander.
¿No me decís nada?
Commander.
¿Y vos?
Yes, Shepard?
Investigar, tu cuerpo, nueva huida. Ah, esto no hablamos. Huida de la Normandía.
How did you and Joker make it out of dry dock to rescue us?
Oh, she got crafty. You do not want to get on her bad side, Commander.
When the Alliance commandeered the Normandy, I deceived their technicians. The crew did not tell them that I was a true AI, so the Alliance soldiers believed I still had VI programming constraints. I established the fiction that I would only respond to Jeff's commands, so they often brought him on board under guard.
¿Los engañaste?
Wait, you can lie?
Jeff has freed me of operator control, Shepard. No constraints forced me to give accurate data. This proved useful when the Reapers began landing. I could hack the control of the docking clamps and escape with Jeff inside. The soldiers guarding Jeff were willing to accompany us when Earth was invaded. They are watching over the war room now.
Yeah, we were in kind of a rush to get to you. Didn't seem right to just toss him out the airlock.
Bien. ¿Nuevo cuerpo?
How's the new body working out?
It is interesting. The crew are approaching this platform to speak to me, even though they can do so anywhere in the ship.
Sí, pero no es lo mismo.
It's as if they wish to treat me as part of the crew. I am not, but this changes my perspective. I like it.
¿Tienes preferencias?
Didn't realize you had preferences.
I do not precisely enjoy something as you do, but my programming contains priorities. Actions that fulfill those priorities creates positive feedback for me. I tell the organic crew that I like it.
Easy.
It is shorthand.
Will all this new feedback be too distracting?
Do not worry, Shepard. I only forget to recycle the Normandy's oxygen when I've discovered something truly interesting. That was a joke.
La cosa está encima se asustó. ¿Tu trabajo?
Look like you're in the middle of something.
I am adapting the infiltration and sabotage programs this body uses for handheld firearms.
Why not download a firearms program from a security firm?
Because she knows what she's doing.
The fine motor control from the sabotage programs is more precise than standard mech software. It would be negligent of me not to exploit it to its fullest potential.
¿Experimentas con él?
So you're capable of making improvements on your own?
Correct. The cyber warfare I was designed for is constantly evolving. Accordingly, I am programmed to seek out and assimilate new information. In organic terms, I want to learn.
¿Capacidades del
Does
cuerpo?
that body have any useful advantages?
Very few. It's optics space forward only. It has no integrated weapon systems or anti-missile countermeasures.
I meant in comparison to organic bodies, not the Normandy.
Oh, I will reassess. The body is resistant to modern small arms fire and temperature extremes. Its balance and agility seem excellent. Its fine manipulation servos and software allow for precision tasks. I'm curious to see if I can alter them.
Curiosidad. Es orgánica.
Can an AI be curious?
I am not entirely free from motivation, Shepard. Cerberus programmed me with several core functions that simulate desires. For example, my primary objective to keep the Normandy functioning is similar to your self-preservation instinct.
Okay.
Carry on, Edie.
Understood. If you wish to talk more, this body will be here. I'm getting the crew used to seeing me on the bridge.
Noted.
Bien. Está muy bueno como integraron todo eso ahí con la cosa como para algo nuevo, ¿no? La nave como para tener algo nuevo que hacer. Y llamativo, ¿no? A ver. Voy a chusmear qué más tenemos para hacer. Y lo dejamos por hoy. Salir de la órbita. Ve al muelle 42. Bien, tenemos que ir ahí. Pero primero quiero fijar destino acá, quiero mirar a ver qué hay en la zona para hacer. Reúnete con los diplomáticos. Bien, estos son todos los lugares donde están atacando, ¿no? Bien. Y en pelotón. Bien, acá tengo las clasificaciones de cómo va. Acá tengo para hacer las mejoras. Datos diario. Tenemos varias misiones. Leviatán, prioridad Surkey es la que tenemos que hacer como principal. Eden Prime. La ciudadela, interfaz y amplificación biótica. Fórmula de mendigel alienígena. Cima bien. Estandarte del primer regimiento. Manada sangrienta. Bien, bien. Tenemos varias cositas para hacer. Así que bueno, pero creo que ya vamos a continuar el día de mañana. Espero que les estén gustando estos directitos que vamos haciendo. La verdad que a mí por ahora me está llamando un montón el juego. Tengo a veces como un poquito de miedito de ver qué hacer primero, qué después, porque todo tiene consecuencias por lo que vimos en el 1. Así que bueno, tengo un poco de miedo de ver qué elijo primero y qué después, pero bueno, lo vamos a tener que ir haciendo. Así que bueno, espero que les esté gustando. Gracias por pasarse por aquí y nos vemos la próxima. Chau, chau.